Okay, so this is basically part two of extruding, and this time I'm actually going to extrude by manifold. So I'm going to pop myself by tab into edit mode, and you'll see I've got my same shapes. I've got my what was previously a sphere extruded, but now obviously it's kind of capsule. Okay, I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to head into extrude manifold. Now it is shift and 4, but I find that so weird to press shift and 4 for some reason. I prefer doing it this way. And what we've got is, I'm actually going to probably, yeah, I'll just use the top of it to actually do this one. I'm just going to pull it out using manifold. Now, it looks like it doesn't seem to do anything different, this one, than your regular extruding. And that's because what it does with this one is, as it extrudes outwards, it combines the faces. And I can just kind of show you how that works by clicking back on region and pulling again. So on region, it creates a separate set of faces, whereas doing it by manifold will basically merge the faces together automatically. Have a quick look over here. I'm going to head over to this, well, what was a cube and is now a kind of rectangle. And again, I'm going to pull those two faces so you can see what they start to do. Now, if I'm pulling two faces together, you do get a kind of weird join on them, particularly when you're doing manifold. But you'll see that if I pull them out again and I keep pulling, you're not getting extra faces added. And same with this one. If I pull out this way, you can see it's combining this face together. So you can really just sort of know that you want to expand it outwards and keep the faces the same size, or one even. Best thing to do is use your manifold and keep pulling it along. Again, like with the others, you can actually play around with your your routing, your smoothness, adding randomness. Again, doesn't do as much on the actual cube. On a very cube or right angled faces, but obviously when you're dealing with things like spheres and cylinders, it does make a difference. And again, you can control the amount it goes out by playing around with this. Just remember though that if you make it kind of global, there's a big difference between a global move and a local move. So global is literally, as you can see here, it'll move it to exactly where it is on the XYZ coordinates of the world, whereas if you're local, it changes it relative to where it was before. So you just got to remember where things were before you move them. Okay, so that's nice and simple though. And we're going to go just one more time into this over here, this cylinder. Again, dead simple. Pop over, make sure you're in manifold, pull it up. Now you see that that did add one, but that's because this was already at a funny angle. However, if I keep extruding this, it will just maintain a single continuous one. You can also, obviously, if you want to, pull out some of these. You'll see that they all kind of head off in the same direction because that's the way I'm pulling, but you'll see that you just get these big flat faces. I'm going to undo that because I want to actually do something with this cylinder later on. Okay, and that's it. That is the real simple getting to know your basics of extruding by manifold. So it's the one that you extrude by if you want to actually maintain the face so that it just carries on and just blends them together automatically without creating additional faces.